What's up, boss fam? Absolutely no one is on at the moment. I had no promo for this one. I had a really busy day. Uh, really shit day to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not been a good day, but we're gonna Joe's for a bit and wait for some people to hop on, and we'll see what we get done today, man. But as always, another Tuesday cleaning business live. Sorry if the audio is not what it should be. For some reason, I can't find my mic cord. I'm having a really crap day. I'm telling you, it's not like I'm not making this up. It is a tough one for me today. But yeah, so no promo, so not a whole lot of people here to start off with. But this is one of the most valuable things I do on this channel is these live streams where I get to answer questions in real time, and yeah, and Joe's with the Boss Fam, man. It's the realest cleaning business community on the internet, and I have all you guys to thank for it. So today, it just fits today's theme. Like I had picked out since yesterday. I had no way of knowing that today would be such a terrible day, but today's a terrible day, and we're talking about taking L's, which I am doing a good bit of right now. So figured it'd be only appropriate. All right, so we got some people hopping on, whatever. Say what up in the chat, man, so I know who's in the building, man. Y'all say what up, say what up. I gotta know who's here. Who am I talking to? Who's in the chat, man? Y'all say what up to your boy. Let me know. So I don't feel like I'm talking to the ether. Yeah, somebody pop up in the chat for me. Yeah, so Erica Ventura says, "Hey, do you have a schedule of when you go live so that I never miss?" Yes, these are the Tuesday lives. They happen every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's the same time every week, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what that is wherever you are, but right now, every Tuesday, every week. But thank you so much. I appreciate you asking. But yeah, but today we're talking about taking L's, which I am doing plenty of today, man. Like we all see my, you know what I'm saying? You already know what time it is. Niner gang, bang bang, Niner gang. Just lost the Super Bowl, so I'm still in my feels about that a little bit. You know, we're a little bit past it now, a few days past it, but it still hurts. It still stings. It still stings. That's an L. When we talk about cleaning businesses, man, taking so many L's. It's a part of business, and uh, things can be tough to deal with. And so I wanted to talk about that and make sure I had a live stream where I talked about that a little bit because I think it is of extreme importance. Man, I have never, my phone is dry 100% of the time, and then now I get message after message after message. Anyway, but yeah, taking out. So got the Super Bowl loss. I've used to taking L's in my cleaning business. We've taken so many L's I can't even count. You know, we're in a down year this year. We're again down month over month from last year. So you know, things are rough. You know, I got taking L's in my personal life. I just got dumped. My football team just lost. You know, I lost things in my house that I can't find. I got all kinds of, you know, I'm taking losses today. I'm no stranger to taking losses, man. And you will not be in this cleaning business ever, ever. Business is mostly losing. You're losing most of the time. You're losing most of the time. So I want to talk about how to deal with those losses. Uh, the name of the game is to never go out of business. And if you plan on, you know, building a successful business and this is what you decided that you're going to do with your life, then that game goes on forever. If you don't stop playing, there is absolutely no way that you can lose. There's no way. There's no way. So that's when you lose, is when you give up, when you quit, when you stop trying to get better. You have to always be trying to improve and then apply whatever it is that you learn or put those improvements to good use. But you're going to take L's. There's going to be bad days, there's going to be bad months, there's going to be bad weeks, bad years. There's gonna be some bad. You're going to take some L's. That's all a winner really is somebody who lost enough times for them to win. Eventually, you're gonna win, but you have to keep playing. That's it. It's the only rule. I'm gonna turn this heater off. It goes into the microphone. But yeah, man. The only way you lose is if you give up. That's it. Everyone who has had success has had it because they chose not to give up. Oh, I can hear myself now. So, don't don't be that guy. That's the only time you lose. If you're in business for yourself, you're in business for life. You can afford to take a couple L's. You can afford to take several L's. As long as you don't go out of business or give up, you're good. And that's why a lot of people like to say this whole business thing is so mental. It's that's why. It's because you're going to lose. You are going to lose. Things are going to go wrong. It's how you deal with that stuff that makes you a winner. It's how you deal with those losses and the resolve you have and the resilience and the commitment you have to staying in this business and staying in business. That's what makes you successful. That's it. It's get used to the work. Fall in love with doing the work. That's what that's about. That's what that means. Is you have to like doing the work, doing the building. The losses cannot affect you. You have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. You have to. There's no other way. Let's see who we got in here. Okay, we got a few people in here. But if you're getting into this game and you think that you're not going to take any losses or it's just going to be, a constant uptrend, then, you got another thing coming. I promise you. Yes, it's great when you win. It's wonderful when you win. It's absolutely wonderful. It's great. It's life-changing. And those moments happen, and those moments, they come when you deserve them. When you're putting in the work and you reach the levels that you're supposed to reach in order to make those type of things happen, those things happen. But you have to put in the work. It's not going to just fall into your lap. And even if it does fall into your lap, it won't keep falling into your lap. You won't continue. You won't get lucky a bunch of times in a row enough to make a huge business. You're going to have to work, and in that work, it's going to be majority losses. You have to understand that and know that that's what the game is. It's you pushing through the difficulties. Anybody can be in business when times are good. Anybody can do business when there's nothing but money coming in. It's what do you do when times get hard? Do you give up, or do you figure out a way to find solutions for issues? Do you push through? Do you keep going? When it doesn't look like you should, when it doesn't seem like it makes sense, are you going to keep going? That's what it's about. You're not going to avoid an L. You're not going to avoid taking losses. You're not going to avoid wasted time. You're not going to avoid making the wrong hiring decision. You will not avoid it. I promise you, you absolutely will not avoid it. There's no way. You have to do so much of it. You have to do so much of it. Like everyone, it's not like you're going to go and ask 30 people for business and 15 of them are going to say yes and then you're going to be a six-figure business. That's not how that works. To get those 15 people, it's more like you have to talk to 3,000 people have to know that you do cleaning. We're underestimating the volume. It's majority no's. Majority no's, majority failures, majority cleaning up it's literally cleaning up after, but fixing other people's mistakes. It's constantly that. Fixing your own mistakes, improving yourself. It is constantly that forever. And the second you decide not to do it is when you stop. That's when you're out of business. That's when the growth will stop. That's when you actually fail. As long as you commit to staying in it and to continue to do it, you will be okay. As long as you're not out of business and you don't give up, that is successful. And that's what you have to define success as. Not getting to a certain level or a certain revenue, because if you're built like a true entrepreneur, it's not going to be enough. Even when you get there, it's not going to be enough. You're gonna want to push to the next level, and that's just how it is. And there's going to be even more failure beyond that. But most of it is failure. You cannot be afraid to take an L. You got to jump in there. You can't be you got to go and look goofy. You got to go and look silly. You got to make some mistakes. You got to learn. That's what learning is. There's no way to avoid that. There's no getting around it. There's no cheat code to that. With all the coaching in the world, with all the programs and the software, with all the courses and everything, you can buy it all. But there is no way around you doing the work and messing it up and learning for yourself. The wins will happen, and the wins are great. The wins will carry you through the losses if you can stack up enough of them, if you can commit to it for long enough. The wins will stack up enough for you. But in between those wins, it is all losses. It is all L's. And you cannot let them deter you from continuing to put in the work until you get the next win and pushing towards the next win. You cannot let the L's keep you down. You can't let the plan has to be, no matter what happens, I'm going to continue doing this. That has to be the plan for success. Because even if success happens before the end of your life, obviously, you're going to make the right decisions. You're going to make long-term decisions. And those are the only things that are going to actually build a sustainable business for you. So it's the only way. Go through the losses. Do not be afraid to take the L's. Sit in it. This is learn to enjoy it. Learn to enjoy the process. That's what they call that. That's what the process is the taking of L's, the pushing through hard times. That is the process. Start to fall in love with the process. Be happy and be thankful when things go well, and when you do have successes, and when you do get another big client, or you do get a nice review or a compliment or what have you. Awesome. Celebrate that stuff. That's excellent. But you can't let the L's deter you. I talked to someone earlier they said they made 100 calls and they didn't get any business. And I'm like, okay, 100 calls is nothing. That's absolutely nothing. Of course you didn't get any business. You thought you were going to make 100. You were probably on the phone trying like you only had 100 tries to do this. Of course you didn't get anyone. You weren't making any long-term decisions. You were making 100-day decisions. And that's not how businesses operate. That's not how businesses grow. That's definitely not how they get started and get off the ground. So don't be afraid to sit in those L's. That's what business is. If you feel like you're losing, you're probably doing the right thing. Go out there and collect those L's. Get some scars, learn some things. It's the only way you're going to learn. You can buy every course, you can buy everything. You can know everything. You still will have to go and make your own mistakes. And the journey will be mostly mistakes. Mostly missteps, mostly no's. It's going to be mostly failures. But success is having never given up through all of that. Sticking with it, staying committed, constantly improving. But like I said, I'm not going to beat this over the, I'm not really even going to be here. Like I told you, I'm having a shit day, man. It's not really a great day for me. But I usually talk about the things that I need to hear myself as well. So obviously right now with you guys heard what the hell I'm going through. So, I need the motivation to push myself to not give up. This is what it's about. It's about the hard times. It's about the struggles, and how you respond during these hard times. And so if you have any questions about your cleaning business or about anything at all, get them in the comments. I won't be here for super long, so I'm going to go through the chats pretty quick, and then we getting up out of here, man. Because, I didn't have time to really promo this live stream as much as I wanted to. Had some consultations, some other things, and on the schedule. So I was really pushed for time, and then, of course, didn't expect to, for my day to go how it did. But we're still here. And so, if you got any questions, let me know right now. Get in the chat. I'm about to start going through them. But that's it, man. That's all I want to talk about, was to make sure you guys aren't trying to avoid these losses. Go get out there and take some of these L's. It's the only way you're going to get to a W. All right, so let's get into some questions. First question comes from Simply Surgical. Says, I just started, and is Thumbtack worth it? It depends on what you mean by worth it. I mean, is it profitable? Is it something that you can make profitable? Are you at a stage in your business where you just need some more revenue? then things like Thumbtack and Home Advisor, that's great for that. That's wonderful. But I always warn people, just don't start relying on those type of services. You always want to be able to create your own leads. You always want to be able to attract your own customers, get your own sales, to where you don't have to rely on someone else, because you can be easily replaced in that scenario. You have no leverage. You don't have the relationship with the customer. Even if you go in and you do an excellent job, say you go into a building from a contract that you got from Thumbtack, and you give the customer an amazing experience. They now relate that amazing experience to Thumbtack, and so when they go to give recommendations to other people that can be potential business for you and referrals that rightfully should be yours, that experience is tied to Thumbtack, not to your company, or wherever you get your leads from. That experience is tied to Home Advisor, or they reached out to Home Advisor, and that's going to be their story. It's like, yeah, I got on Thumbtack and I got this amazing cleaning company, and the next person is going to be like, oh, well, dope, I'm going to try Thumbtack too, not you. And at any time they can put any cleaning company above you, and so you just don't have the leverage. So it's not a bad thing to do. Definitely, if it works for you and you can get some leads and you can get some clients and revenue in your business, which is the most important thing, then do that. I'm not telling you not to do it. But just don't rely on things like that, because you lose and you give up your leverage in your relationship with the client. And yeah, you need to know how to create your own sales as well. So that's why I just say there's a warning, but definitely make all the money you can. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate the question, Simply Surgical. Thank you for being here, and thank you for asking the question. I really appreciate it. So let's see here. Second question, we have Erica Ventura. Familiar name. Shout out to you, Boss Family. Appreciate you being here yet again for another Tuesday Live. This community isn't what it is without people like you guys tapping in every week and asking good questions and things like that. It makes this community actually work. So Erica says, I am currently working for a commercial cleaning business for now, to learn how it is on the inside, but this year I will start my own while also cleaning houses. That's a good idea. That's great. And then you got a steady, stable income working for a company while you get to start your own thing on the side. That's incredibly smart. That means all the money that you make in your business can go back into the business. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. Keep me posted with your journey, and hopefully you're really taking notes and learning everything that you can from the company that you're working for right now. But yeah, use that. That's genius. That's an incredible through path to this business. I like it. I really like it. So shout out to you. Appreciate you for tapping in and leaving a comment. Thank you. So we'll go on to the next. Tiara Hicks. Shout out to Tiara Hicks. Definitely a familiar name. I've seen in the comment section before. Appreciate y'all. Oh, no, actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different username. But Tiara Hicks says, should I get a contract first or hire an employee first? I want to have employees on hand, but don't want them waiting forever for me to get a contract. New subby, first time catching you live, so hey. Awesome, thank you. Thank you for joining the live stream. Glad you were able to make one, and I'm excited to be able to answer a question for you. So shout out to Tiara Hicks. So again, yeah, so she says she wants to know if she should start off hiring employees or but she doesn't want to have them waiting forever. Then don't have them waiting forever. You go get some business. There's never. So let me just dispel something and clear something up for you. The idea of like this chicken and egg thing, what comes first, the employee or the customer, that I need you guys to all get rid of that completely. It doesn't exist. All of these are business activities that you should be doing at all times. Sales, marketing, which hiring, like all of that stuff you do all the time. You're always hiring. You are always hiring. You are always accepting new clients. That is it. You are always hiring. You are always accepting new clients. I really want to make that clear. Like, there's never a time, like, it doesn't matter. If they're waiting too long and they're on their list and then you call them and they say it's been too long, then whatever, fine. But you need to be continuously making that list. That, continuously growing that list of employees to call on when you do have business come. You should always be looking for new work. So you should always be, going on walkthroughs and looking for new work. putting out your marketing and trying to get people to reach out to you, you should always be doing that. That never stops. There's no reason to stop that. You should always, whether you have new work or not, be trying to attract new employees, so that when you do have work, you have employees to call that are at least interested in working for you, and and may have the availability depending on how long it took you to get some new work. But at all times, I promise you, do not stop looking for employees when you don't have work. That is the worst thing to do. The thing to do is to go and get more work. You make changes in your marketing and in your sales, and you get more work. But you never stop looking for employees, because the second you do that, you're gonna get stuck. You're gonna be stuck. Then that starts the rat race of, hold on, somebody. Oh, I thought that was a super chat. But yeah, you never want to do that, because you will get stuck in that. You will get stuck right there. That will really, really slow down your business. So there's no, because then you'll start just focusing on training employees when you get this big account, and you stop looking for you got a big account, so you stop marketing and you just start looking for employees. Well, now there's no new work coming in. So once you get these employees all trained and staffed in this location, as staffed and as automated as possible, that's great. That's wonderful. You got this location automated, but you stopped marketing. So now there's no new work coming in. So you always want to be doing both. You don't want to stop either one of them. And if you stop, if you stop one or the other, like if you stop one, it's going to be bad for your business. It's going to slow you down. So let's just dispel that myth. We're always hiring, and we're always taking on new clients. So let's see. I appreciate the sub, and I appreciate the question. Hopefully that was helpful. If I can go dive into it any way in any way, just let me know, and I will be happy to dive further into it. But that's my answer: is you are always hiring, you are always accepting new clients. And it's just up to you to kind of fill both of them, at all times. But that's why you keep a list. You keep people who are interested in a list, so that you can call on them once you actually have work come in. Next question comes from Action Clips CODM. Says, for a smaller company, when you land a large account 5 times a week, and you don't have employees yet, what do you tell the client? Do you say we'll need 30 days to hire and train employees for the job? No, you do not. This is why I say you always need to be hiring. So if there's people that you should be, go through the entire process. Interview these people, and make decisions on people who you can that should take a little bit. And so you should have some people who are pretty much ready to come on, and on day if you're plan in advance. I don't know how much of my videos you guys watch, but I talk about making training videos. Make those training videos. If someone's interested, you interview them on Zoom or what have you. Send them through the training videos and so they can see how you do things, so that on day one you don't have to completely hold their hand through an entire shift. You can kind of expect them to know what's expected of them, and for them to kind of start to go off on their own. But yeah, generally they expect you to have some process and procedure, but of course there's a learning process and a little bit of a grace period at the beginning of a contract. You definitely want to train. Either way, you're going to have to train and learn that facility. So yeah, the first 30 days, 2 weeks to 30 days is going to be a learning process for everyone in the company and the new facility. But you also want to do some pre-training, do some plan in advance for that. Make some videos of how you're going to do things, how things get done in your company. It's about your company and how you do things, your values, your techniques, or your equipment, where you keep things. All that stuff can be put in a video, and you can have that video shown to the people that you've already interviewed and that have already shown interest in working for you. And that way, by the time day one comes, they have some understanding, and then they can actually be a little bit easier to train, having all that information already kind of with them on day one. But that's a good question. I really like that question. Let's see. That was Action Clips. Yeah, shout out to Action Clips, man. Thank you for asking a good question. But yeah, no, you don't phrase it as you will need 30 days to train employees. You just get in there and you try to do the best that you can. Hopefully, once you already have accounts, you can bring experienced cleaners from one account to the next account and have newer people go and train in an account that you already have a rapport with. But you obviously need one account to do that. So hopefully you have some other accounts. If you have some other accounts, you can move those employees who already work for you, know how you do things, and you guys just learn that new account together, and then you train in an account that everyone's already familiar with. That's another way to approach it. But yeah, for your first account, there's no way around it. You're gonna have to train people in the beginning. Either way. Let's see. All right. So we got people in here now. This is getting a little. This is getting packed. I see one of the members. All right, so we went up. So man, all y'all come in so late and then y'all missed the whole spiel of what the live is about. But I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Thank y'all for showing up. But for everyone just getting here, today's topic was about losses and how to lose and taking L's in this cleaning business. And generally, the answer to that is you never give up. That's it. There's no losing. There's people who quit. There's people who quit. As long as you do not quit and give up, you cannot lose. That was pretty much the spiel for the beginning of the video. So you have to get that. So it was in theme of today because I'm having a really shit day today. You guys obviously know my team lost the Super Bowl. My company's in a down year. My girlfriend dumped me today. It's just unplanned, unreal. Like you would not believe like how this just lined up to be the video for today. Was just taking losses. So I'm very familiar with taking losses. Actually, to dive back into the spiel a little bit, and when COVID happened, I serviced gym facilities. I had niched down, and I wasn't very diversified in the clients that I served. So I pretty much only serviced gyms, and I just randomly got a few different types of accounts, insurance offices or whatever, or HVAC offices and stuff like that. But for the most part, I did gym facilities. And then COVID happened, and they shut down all gym facilities. And so plenty of businesses were open and needed cleaners, but the businesses that I serviced was shut down by the government. So I lost 70% of my revenue overnight. 70% of all the money that I was making for everyone, for every employee, for me, everything was cut by 70% overnight. That's an L. That's taking an L. They're like, that's rough. I know a lot of people who just wouldn't keep going after that. If this is what you want to do, then you have to understand that things are going to happen. It's when you give up that's when you lose. That's when you fail. It's when you quit. As long as you don't quit and you stay in it, you can be successful. You're eventually going to be successful. That's why it's not like we say bet on yourself, but it's really not a gamble. It's whether or not you're going to quit. So, just don't give up. Do not give up. Stay in it. But that's for all of you who missed the spiel. Be on time next time. Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man. Shout out to all of y'all for being here, though. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being the realest cleaning business community on the internet. I'm not gonna be here too long. Like I said, I've been having a shit day, and I clearly have some decomposing to do. But yeah, still wanted to come in and provide some value for my community. So we here. Let's see. Back to these questions. Shout out to Action Clips on King Ice says, "What did you use for a website when starting out? I'm looking into Square because I heard it's on the cheaper side, and I have a good amount of free features." Yeah, absolutely. Square, Squarespace, Weebly, Wix, all those are good. All those work for a good first site. That's look at the features that each of them offer and make sure they have the things that you are gonna want to have on your website. So if you want a booking feature and something to sync with your calendar, make sure that's a feature that whatever platform you're going to choose has. Look at pricing and see what the different pricing options are. See which one works best for you and your budget. But yeah, all those are really good options. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to start out with a Vercel or a WordPress or site that's fully customizable and stuff like that. You can start out with any of those sites and you can grow really, really large with them as well. So yeah, good question. Thank you. I appreciate you for asking the question. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. On to the next question. Action Clip, smash that like button. Absolutely, man. Let me see. Where are y'all? Are y'all smashing the like button or are y'all asleep right now? Y'all asleep right now. There's 15 people in here in this moment. We got 6 likes. That's terrible. Let's fix that, boss family, man. Let's do it. Let's get those likes up. Everybody hit the like button real quick for you, boy. Do me that quick favor. I would really appreciate it. Yeah. Makes the community bigger. Shows YouTube that we're doing something over here. But yeah, hit that like button. Let's get into the next question. Who we got? It's like Rucky True Touch Cleaning Services LLC says, "Hello, DJ the Boss. When you lose a contract because of poor service, is it wise to keep marketing to same company after a few years when you have improved on your services and delivery?" Absolutely. That. Imagine the success story of that. Like, imagine if you actually pull that off. Say, like, yeah, understand it's a long shot, and it's possible that you're going to take some losses, and that's a loss. But we're talking about losses today, and thankfully so. Like that, yeah, that's a loss. But it's about how you respond to the losses. Are you going to give up? But imagine if you got that client back a couple of years later, you've improved your processes. You were able to convey that message to them, like, hey, last time we weren't, we were not who we are today, and we love the opportunity to show you that, whether you have to do it for free or heavily discounted in order to earn business back. And then could you imagine what that review sounds like to other people? Like, Jesus Christ, you want to talk about a sales ad? That one writes itself. Like that would be amazing. Yeah, definitely go back after them. Absolutely. You shouldn't be solely focused on that one client. Hopefully you're still trying to get a bunch of other clients and grow your business in general. But yeah, imagine the comeback story of that, and that the marketing that you could pull off of that. That would be absolutely crazy. And what reason do you have not to? Let's see. Action Clip says, question about your sales team. How do you pay them? Is it set salary, 40 hours a week plus commission for every contract they land? Exactly. So yeah, that's exactly it. So it's there's a base play plus commission. That's pretty much it. Base play plus commission. Tiered percentages. So you get higher percentages the more you close within a given pay period. And but yeah, and for us, sales are continuous. So they're recurring, and they're accruing. So over the years, your pay could be, it just grows and grows for sales guys. So that percentage revenue of whatever we do, they get percentages of renewals, contract renewals, and contract signups. Obviously, renewals are lower percentages than signups, but they get to make their money and keep it growing and have recurring revenue just like the business does, to as big as they want, plus their base pay. So, but the idea, so I guess the idea is to, you want to have enough base pay to keep them hungry, but to make their commission look like, their commission should dwarf their base pay. That's what you want, because you don't want them working for the minimum. You want them to be dwarfing that base pay. So keeps them hungry, but it's better than having people kind of just sit on the clock and kind of just taking up payroll and not putting any action to it. You want it to be about the action. You want it to be about the commission. So you want the commission to be the thing that they're striving for, not that base pay. So be careful with the 40 hours and super high, like, salary base pay like that. It's not even necessarily a salary. It's really barely full-time salary. It's a base pay is what it is. It's a base pay because we expect you to get commission, and so that's the culture that we build around here. So be careful with that. But that's exactly how it works. Or at least how we do it. Let's see. Eduardo Rojas says, appreciate you. Thank you for all your help. Keep sharing. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Action Clips with the $10 gift, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Love y'all, man. Stuff like that, man. I got to get a switchboard. If I wasn't having such a terrible day, I probably would have thought about it. But I got to get a switchboard for some sound effects or something that we got to celebrate when people support the channel like that, man, because that means so much. It helps the channel so much, especially with YouTube's weird rules for monetization. So we don't make a whole lot of money with the channel. We only make the money from you guys supporting the channel in your ways, buying the products, getting coaching one-on-one, supporting the app and things like that. That's how we make our money. So, and this does take money and time to do. So I appreciate the support. Let's see. Simply Surgical says, I need new clients for commercial cleaning. Thank you so much. I needed to hear that. Absolutely, man. That's what I do. That's what I do. Definitely one of the more tough love creators out there, but especially today with the day that I'm having. But yeah, man, tough love is needed, man. Sometimes you just gotta go get it done, man. You just gotta put in the work and get it done. If you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. That's my model for a reason. It puts the ownership back on you in your court. It puts the accountability back on you. So anytime you're not making enough money, you're probably not working enough. Then you can always point to that. You can always point to something more you could have done, or something you could have been better at, or something you could have improved on. So keep working, man. Stay in the work. If you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. Tyrone Larry, big time boss family member in the chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Let's see what a community member Tyrone Larry has to say. I think I remember speaking with Tyrone not too long ago in a one-on-one. He says, what's good, DJ? Any good books on leadership that you would recommend? I feel like this is an important part of entrepreneurship that isn't talked about enough. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so I definitely had this stage of entrepreneurship where I was really reading books and consuming a lot of content from people that I want to be like, or people that we're giving away game in book form. I did have that kind of part of my entrepreneur story arc too. So it's kind of cool that you're there, and you're definitely on the right path, soaking as much knowledge as you can. Some good books on leadership specifically. I mean, what do you want? Like the classics, the ones that everyone else talks about, like the How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a cool, really cool leadership book, one of the basic ones. Or if you want to go more like emotional intelligence, go Gary Vee's book, 12 and a half. That's a good one on leadership. It's probably the most recent one, a recent take on entrepreneurship and leadership specifically. And Gary Vaynerchuk's 12 and a half. But yeah, I don't know just go read. What's crazy is I'm more of taking all the information. Like, so if you want to learn about leadership, then don't just listen to one person's take on it. Go actively look out things counter to what you already believe. Go look for things contrary to what you believe, or opposite of what you already believe. That's why I'm a dangerous person to argue with, because if I'm arguing for something, I've probably already spent more time trying to unargue it, like I'll argue against it for myself, than I have on my own natural feeling or inclination of something. You have to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself and challenge everything. Go get other opinions. So take all this information in, know what's being said, know what other people think about things, and you'll be able to form your own opinion. But yeah, definitely there's some good stuff out there. I recommend go with the classics or go with some of the modern stuff. You can't really go wrong but you're just taking in information to not mimic and copy what these people are doing, but to develop your own ideas around it. And you'll hear things that you like, you'll hear things that you don't agree with. But seek those things out. That's really important in business and in life in general. It'll make you more of an empathetic person if you can do that. If you can put yourself in the other person's shoes, it'll do wonders for you in negotiations in business and in marketing. Actively seek out the other point of view. Let's see. How do you handle relationships and being a business owner? Bro, I just told y'all my girlfriend dumped me today. So I don't I'm probably not the person to answer this question. So I don't know. I'm gonna pass. I don't know. AJ is married. AJ is married and in business. I think his wife is also a business owner. That might be a good question for AJ. So I'll reach out to AJ and ask him that one, because I'm struggling in that department. I have not mastered it. So I have no very little advice to offer in that area. Sorry. Let's see. Clean Tastic 21 says, "Oh shit, my guy, if I was close, I would give you a shot." Man, I need one, man. Major setback for a major comeback. That's right. That's tis correct. Tis correct. Shout out to another Boss family member in the chat. Gen X Facility Services in the building. Thank you for being here. Love it. Dang, I need to get that time right. Yeah. Pacific Standard Time, man. Pacific Standard Time. Let's see. American Token says you lost your business. No, I didn't lose my business. No, I'm still in business. Definitely didn't lose my business. Just taking L's. Just being in. I'm in business. That's it. I'm just in business. The graph isn't like this. It looks like this for a reason. Sometimes it goes down and sometimes it goes up. You just want it to kind of keep going up, but there are those points where it goes down before it goes back up, and you got to ride it. You can't quit business during those times. You have to be there for it. So and it's more of those than it is upswing. So you got to be okay with that, and you got to ride those, and you got to stay with the same intensity and the same focus that you had the entire time. So that's it. All right, let's see what else we got. Sarah Hicks says, "Are these lives saved?" I'm not sure what we're talking about there. Oh, yes. I thought you meant lives like human lives. I was like, am I saving human lives? I'm like, I'm sorry, I really don't know. But these lives are saved, and now they are available to the public now, which is a recent development. You guys can thank the Boss family members that are here in the chat, Gen X Facility Services and Tyrone Larry, for that. I felt that the live streams weren't doing the community a service being privated, so they're public now, so you can go back and watch these live streams where people have been asking all kinds of questions and specific questions for their business, and you get to hear me answer those questions. This is one of the most valuable things I do on YouTube, so definitely do that. Definitely go and check out those live streams and watch them, and you watching them helps out the channel. So but yeah, appreciate that. KP from KC to 5 says, to franchise or not to franchise? Not to franchise. Independent. Most people I've ever known who even went franchise say do independent. I would say franchise if you are good financially and you're just looking for an investment vehicle, then yeah, cool. Franchise might be a way to go because it's an industry that you can trust. You can trust the cleaning industry. It's going to be here. It's always been here. You can trust the return on your investment in as a franchise owner as an investment. But if you are not at that level of finances where you are not an investor, then I probably would just go independent. It's way more profitable to go independent in my opinion, in my observation. So definitely do your own research and make your own observation. But from my experience, I'm going to tell you that most people don't like having that franchise fee that you have to pay, and then you give them a percentage. You still got to pay taxes. You still got to find a way to carve out money for yourself. Some franchises you still have to do your own marketing, and you obviously still have to run your own business. You're doing all the work for a 20% less pay because you're paying it to the franchise, or corporate. So, but that could work for you if it's just an investment and you put very little time and effort into it yourself. But yeah, I generally say independence the way to go. Let's see. When did you? Oh, says I'm Rice. I'm Ricey. Says, when did you feel like you had it together in your business? Have it together? I still don't feel like I have it together in my business. I still don't. It's like, just because it grows doesn't mean you feel like you have it together. I don't have it together today. So there's always going to be hiccups. There's always things that I know that you like. There's things that right now that I know are messed up, that are terrible, that need my attention, and I just don't, and I haven't put the time into addressing. Like there's always going to be those things. There's things that I know I need to be doing in my business more and increasing more, and things that we need to be putting out more on other platforms like we are here, and I'm just not putting the time into it, but there's always things. You're never going to feel like you have it together, and so that's why you have to be okay with not judging yourself for those shortcomings, and keep and continuing to work and doing the things that you can do in those moments, and making those the best decisions that you feel are the best in those times, and not judging yourself for it, and just staying consistent, and keeping and just continuously working and continuously trying to improve. But yeah, I never felt like I have it together. That's an easy question to answer. Tranquility Hub says, DJ, what's your best method for keeping your mop head clean and sanitized? I mean, laundry service for one. I mean, you only use one. I'm not sure. We use flat mops now. We really moved away from the string mops, unless we're doing like a really large floor job, like for stripping and waxing. But yeah, we generally don't even use the string mops anymore. And for flat mops, we use them till they're sold, and then we can throw them away for the most part, because they're so cheap, and we can buy them in bulk, and they're awesome like that. So, but yeah, that's how I go about keeping the mop heads clean and sanitized. Is I don't have mop heads, and I use a flat mop, and we throw them away once they're soiled. So, for slightly reusable, they only get one washed like a couple of times, and then that's a wrap. Let's see, we're getting to the end here. Let's see. Action Clip says, I am married myself to a Filipino. Just asking. Oh yeah, man. Well, you might know better than me, man. You would know better than me. Tranquility Hub says, love your honesty and hard-nosed approach. Can't wait to shake your hand at CBN conference in Vegas. Vegas is going to be dope, man. Vegas is going to be probably just what I need. I may have to change some things around in my business in order to make it happen. But, we'll have to we always have to make some sacrifices. There's always things that are tough to figure out and to work around. But we will make it happen, and I will be out there in Vegas. I can't wait to meet everybody, shake everybody's hand, and, put some faces to all of these usernames on YouTube. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. American Token says, what is your biggest L? Like in the business and in life? Like, I mean, I've taken some major L's. I don't know. I don't know. I guess financially it would be COVID. The COVID one hurt. The COVID one was an ouch. Losing 70% of my revenue overnight was the biggest ouch I had ever felt. That was like, that's the one that comes to mind. I'm sure like there's some with a deeper meaning, but in just terms of like face value business stuff, that was probably the biggest ouch that we've come across. But obviously we've spent money on marketing campaigns that failed, and we wasted a bunch of money. We've done that. We've done numerous times. All your typical stuff. But yeah, that one, the COVID loss, losing 70% of revenue overnight is the one that comes to mind. Action Clip says, maybe DJ had timing for the question. Sorry, DJ. No, it's all good, man. Tranquility Hub says, keep your head up, bro. When you're winning in life, life will begin to challenge you, especially through relationships. Stay focused. Yeah, absolutely. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. You will always be tested. You will always be tested. So, but yeah, as long as you don't give up, you can't lose. You cannot lose as long as you do not give up. It's impossible. You're still in the game. You're still playing. How is someone going to tell you lost while you're still playing? You can't do that. So keep playing. Stay in the game. Keep improving, yes. But stay in the game. You're not out of it. But like I said, man, I gotta go and do some decompressing, man. I gotta go and try to pull myself together and coach my youth basketball team later on this evening. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here for me and with me. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all being the realest cleaning business community on the internet. Do not take it for granted. Every sub, every watch minute, every click of the like button. I feel each and every one of them. If If you do not believe me, go back to my very first videos. I've always been this way. I've always been this way. And that's the difference about me and a lot of these other YouTubers, is I really do this for you guys. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. It's gotten to the point where now I can no longer respond to every single comment anymore. But I still do my best to be as responsive as I can. And I've always been that way since the start of this channel. I really do love you guys, and I want you guys to know that. I appreciate everything. So it does not go in vain over here on this side. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.